Johor Darrell Taxon, definitely the team with the biggest budget from East Asia in this Asian Cup against the relative budget minnows of Balestier. We know that JDT have been riding high in Malaysian football, whether it be the Malaysia Cup or the Malaysian Super League, the FA Cup. Well, in contrast, Balestier, well, yes, they won the Singapore Cup last year, but they finished 6th in the S-League. But both managers, as you went through there, Andy, Bajan Hajduk and Marko Krajovic, great mates off the field. They've known each other for many years. But the privilege of knowing both of them as well. They're great characters. They are very, very friendly characters, but fierce rivals as well. They take this game obviously very, very seriously, and how they'd love to catch up after this game with the bragging rights and the lovely conversation that could go with it. So I'm really looking forward to this game. Obviously, we know that Johor, a little bit weakened, as you mentioned, going through the lineups with the foreign players missing. Balestier would have seen that lineup and thought, we do have an opportunity here. And Marco's also spoken very much in the press about the artificial surface. He feels that this is going to be a big advantage. He said that obviously his team's already played one game in the S-League on that. They've had the opportunity to train. His squad played at Jalan Besar at least on 10 occasions last season. He threw in quite a few training games leading up to that as well, and obviously the training times leading up to those games. It means that this Balestier team will be very, very used to this Jalan Besar surface, which is something that Johor will not be. So again, we'll be looking at a few different ways that it could be approached, but in a cup competition like this, with both teams really early stages of their domestic competition, we're looking for an exciting game.
It's a Causeway clash. It's AFC Cup action on the Tuesday night. It's Group F, match day 2. Balestier Khalsa up against JTT. And Balestier kicking in their orange and white shirts. Just looking very close up at the pitch. PJ, you say you have to get used to it. What's different about it?
Well, different obviously in relation to regular grass surface. Well, it's a little bit truer, and when we say that, we mean that obviously it's not going to be bobbling around. If it rains, it doesn't get muddy, it doesn't get uneven. It's very, very flat in that regard, but what does happen is that the ball does at times either tend to hold up or tend to skid along very quickly. The bounce of the ball is generally a little bit higher as well, as we've seen on occasion with Jalan Besar. You'll see the ball bobbling around, or when the goalkeeper kicks it, it does seem to bounce a little bit high. But then also the movement without the ball, when you are running and you're changing direction, the feel underfoot is very, very different. It is a little bit harder. When you're changing direction, it can get a little bit sticky on occasion, and also when you're dribbling with the ball, it can tend to at times get a little bit stuck under your feet. That's why when it does rain, there's a little bit of skid off the surface. It does make it feel a little bit better.
There's Iskander. Watch that. Azharuddin.
Enjoying the singing of the JDT fans. They do have a tremendous home support and away support when they're playing in Malaysia. Actually had the honour of attending the Malaysian Cup final, Pahang against Johor Darrell Taxon at Bukit Jalil Stadium. It's a few months ago, and unfortunately for the JDT fans watching the game and listening tonight, they obviously lost out to Pahang on the evening, but the fan support from both teams was absolutely phenomenal. Very passionate, all decked out in the same colours, singing the same songs. You'd find it difficult to participate in a better fan experience in any stadium around the world. The Bukit Jalil was absolutely rocking. It took me about 7 hours to get back to the hotel in KL Central as well that night.
Mistake by Amri. Allows Jonathan Su to move forward. It's well won back by Mahali. Sand back in the side today after that game against Kichi last time out.
And that was a disappointing result. Andy Balestier obviously coming into that thinking against a Hong Kong side that they will have a fair point in maybe picking up some points from that game. Do need to keep in mind that Kichi obviously made the semi-finals last season, so they did have a good run in this competition. Really benefited from that experience as well. We'll obviously compare that to the way that Johor started. Very impressive 4-1 win over East Bengal, as you mentioned there earlier, Andy, with no foreign players in the lineup except for Haris Harun.
Safi Saleh. Good challenge by Jonathan Su. What's that? Referee says play on.
That was a good transition on the counter-attack. Just the final ball, a little bit too straight, making it very easy for Izam in goals just to collect that ball in behind the defence when it's not very straight like that. The weighting of the pass is crucial. Give yourself a little bit more of a margin for error if you play it in towards the corner flag area. The goalkeeper's clearly not going to come charging out that far to try and collect the ball or intercept the ball.
Step. Well, there's something on this near side for Fadil No to have a chase. And then it's the first goal, first corner of the game.
Fadil did well there. Just to get his body in the way. Now the ball to run out for a corner kick. So important is the delivery in an early set piece. They have not had much possession whatsoever. They've been on the back foot.
Gives the chance for the likes of Lotinach to move forward. And Serena. Jonathan Su up there as well, left-footed, swung in. Great keeping by his hand because he was under pressure by Jonathan Su at that far post.
Izam, and it was a desperate attempt as well. He certainly had to get a hand on that. Jonathan was just coming in behind. It was a great delivery. You can see how much space is actually in that JDT box, particularly that back post area. And a good flick on. Balestier actually missing a beat there. If you're throwing it into a play expecting to get a flick on, you do want to have someone standing immediately in front of the goalkeeper just to basically block their run. It was a perfect flick on. Unfortunately, it just went straight to the goalkeeper.
He's got Azarudi on this near side. 3 runners ahead of him. As is Nazrin, cuts inside. Just the one in the middle. Oh, that's a big challenge made by Jonathan Su. Didn't really need to do it, and it gives JDT a fantastic platform. Safi Saleh just taken out had a look at the referee, Abdulrahman Ibrahim from Qatar, and it means that Saiful Nizam has to organise what looks to be a four-man wall.
Well, Jonathan Sue, fortunate probably not to have picked up a yellow card there. Referee being a little bit lenient. It was a silly foul from behind. There's absolutely no reason to commit yourself. You're not going to win the ball from that area. And he has given away a free kick in a very, very dangerous area.
Amir has taken charge. It's going to be his right boot up against Saiful Nizam. Looks a little far out. Amir, not even there. Perhaps it might have been better to have worked something off the training ground on that instance, PJ.
Well, I'm sure Amir would probably tell you that he'd been doing that on the training ground and hitting the target, Andy. It was a little bit far out. You could see exactly what he was trying to do. Strike straight through the ball. Just get it up and over the wall. What he wasn't able to do on that occasion was just get that final dipping in towards the goal, so it would at least force the keeper into a save.
Fandy. And an opportunity for Balestier Khalsa to get men forward into the box. And it gives Ignatius Sand at the far post the chance to be aimed up by Yusuf Skander. Eight forward for Balestier. Well, the keeper's come out and absolutely did not need to do that. Lack of talking and chatting in the back line as the ball was delivered in. Surely he could have just...
Yeah, very good point there. And a little bit of miscommunication. I mean, when in doubt, you would rather your goalkeeper come out and collect that. You don't want any hesitation with the defender.
Safi Sally pushing the ball out wide now. Here's the... Ooh, the chance was put into the box. Aim for Nazrin, he couldn't quite get it. It's Elstad. JDT with their first corner kick of the game.
JDT's attack leading up until this point has been a little bit too central. Balestier are very compact through the middle of the park. Finding a little bit more joy in those wider areas, which has led to this corner kick.
Gives the chance for Elstad to move forward. And Nazrin, who's going to take this corner kick with his left boot. Amy is there as well, as is Fadley up from the back. Well, Elstad is there, but the keeper's made a great shout. Fantastic claim, and looks to get Balestier moving again. Tonight's other Group F encounter taking place at the Vivekananda UB Bharati Karangan Stadium in Kolkata. That's East Bengal up against Kitchi as they look to rebound from their opening loss on the continent last month. Nazrin. Tenacious work in that midfield to win the ball back and indeed to win a free kick as well. Well played to Yifeng.
It's good defending once again from Balestier. See bodies around the ball. Very compact. The midfielders very much in touch with the back four as well.
Nazrin's given it away, but Yifeng found his man in the end. Ignatius Sand. Whipped in. By Balestier, who's covering a lot of ground at the moment. The chance falling at the far post. Ignatius Sand, can he get the cross in? He can, but it's a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. And half a chance for Balestier to get to that byline and to find bodies in the box. He's got players out wide as well. Safi Sally's waiting in the middle.
It was a nice touch by Mahali. Jonathan Chu, who was basically following in there. He's got to be goal side. He's got to be tied up. It was a great opportunity for like a crunching tackle, actually, if he timed it well.
Mahali. Oh, it nearly came off for Mahali. We had runners and colleagues in the box as well, but a chance for Balestier to break forward. And they'll do so with a quick free kick. Kristic, we haven't spoken about so far in the opening 15 minutes of this game.
Well, it clearly illustrates the possession that Johor have had. 15 minutes gone. They've really struggled to, I guess, have any possession in Johor's half. What they have done exceptionally well is been very difficult to break down, very disciplined in defence. You just see the two banks of 4 and 5 in the middle of the park there. Very little room in between the defenders and the midfielders for the Johor players to step in and look at try and pick up the ball. It makes it difficult for Johor to play this intricate passing game and is really preventing them of gaining any penetration into that attacking third. One area that Johor really do need to improve on is the movement of the ball. It's cumbersome at the moment. It's making it easier for Balestier to maintain that compact nature in defence. You've got to move the ball a lot faster, move the ball into those wide areas and try and shift and stretch this Balestier defence, because at the moment it's pretty straightforward for Balestier.
Lotinach. Yifeng. Siskander. Oh, great nutmeg, and has the chance to open his legs. He's got Fadil No outside him, but he went for the glamour 30-yard screamer and didn't come off.
Yeah, it's definitely the wrong option. Had support inside with Po Yifeng. It's just 5 yards inside him, unmarked. He could have played the ball in there and been a little bit closer to work the ball towards goal and have a shot.
They'll start putting the ball through, and almost perfect for Amri. Well read by Zaiful Nizam.
It was a delightful through ball. Nizam did very, very well just to come off his line and collect that. That's excellent goalkeeping, very good anticipation. It's always an area of a goalkeeper's game where you're never quite sure on their ability to read the ball in behind. The goalkeeper really does need to act as a sweeper these days, given the high line of defence and the quickness of many of the attacking players. The ability to come off the line and intercept the pass is absolutely crucial to an overall goalkeeper's repertoire now.
Fadli a little over keen there on Kristic. And a chance for Balestier to work another set piece. They've been disappointing so far. 18 minutes into this first half, goalless here at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Looks a little ambitious from Kristic. was. It's a good battling by Ferrell. No, doesn't quite get the throw in though. Good skill by Ferrell. He's got support too on that right-hand side. Mahali. Safi Sally in the middle if he wants him. And runners as well. Oh, what a great challenge by Nazarene. Good battles developing now all over the pitch. Azarudin. Elstadt.
That is a decent strike. He's a long way out. Good purchase on that strike. Elstadt. Once again, Azarudin on this left-hand side, always making himself available. This is Nazarene. It's a good link-up play between those two. We can all see them becoming very fortuitous for JDT. Mahali. It's got Safi Sally in the middle. Excellent defending. And it's JDT's second corner of the game. Mahali does look dangerous when he's venturing into those attacking areas. Happy to get the ball with his back towards goal in tight areas. Desperate lunge there by Ignatius.
Some more defending for Balestier, Khalsa. Amir's up there, Elstad's up there as well. Safi Sally to aim for, as is Fadley. The keeper crowded out, but it's been cleared by Fadl No. Mahali, great place to spread it out wide. Four waiting in the middle. And it's a great save by Safur Nizam as Amri stole in, flicked his header on. And looks like he may well have been called for offside.
Well, that's a delightful header. Amri Aya.
Well, he's not, he's just slammed it against the bar.
He's done very, very well. Good delivery, just using the pace of the delivery. Just to flick it on and angle it towards the goal. Johor making better use of these wide areas. Over 20 minutes gone. Balestier have done very well just to keep it tight at the back. I mean, lacking going forward. Haven't had the possession or the field position or the creativity to really open up any chances. But in defence, they've maintained their discipline. They've been very, very solid. really putting the onus onto Johor to actually break them down.
Namri. Badly. Azurudin. It's a bit short. Almost stolen by Balestier Castle. Slight injury though on Naustad. It's the first yellow of the game as well as Lodinach went sliding in. Do you think BJ looked 50-50 to you?
Certainly did. A bit harsh for Lodinach to have picked up a yellow card. The referee sees a little bit differently. Have a look at that earlier chance, Amriya. Nice little flick on. Good pace and delivery. Just see basically from a standing start, just turning his body, glancing the ball off his head towards the goal. Going back to that early card for Lodinach, whenever you are sliding in and you have your studs raised in the game these days, you're stepping into uncharted territory in many ways. Referees are very quick to brandish a yellow card for that. It's pretty hard to go in for a slide tackle without having your studs raised to a certain degree though. Plus a few referees if they could demonstrate that to me. None of them actually obliged at the moment yet, Andy.
Something for Farrell no to chase and earns himself and his side the second corner for the home team.
Having some reasonable joy, Balestier picking up the ball, very direct. Early ball forward into the channels towards those corner flag areas. Balestier will look at taking as long as they can. Absolutely no rush.
Just four in the box for Balestier, including Kristic. Lodinach is there as well, makes the run to the near post. It's gone far post. It does break and it's well blocked. Balestier with a chance to rebuild, regroup. Skander can't keep it in. Great flick from Safi Sally. Almost found Fandy. Fang and Naustad provide us with a marvellous battle in that midfield. Nazrin. Amory. Safi Sally almost got on the end of it. It has run to Nazrin. He cuts it across the face of goal. And here come Balestier. A slight shout for handball. Kristic is well offside.
I can appreciate Kristic's frustration there. It was a good run in behind. Just see this Too much dawdling on the ball, unfortunately. Really needs to be hit prior to that last touch.
Under pressure from Iskander, that battle continues. We're coming up for the half-an-hour mark in this AFC Group F encounter. We're at the Jalan Besar Stadium, everyone, welcome. Balestier from Singapore up against JDT from Malaysia. Those fans that you can hear in the background are from across the causeway. Such wonderful support every time they come here. They could have probably filled out the whole of that stand as well.
They could fill out the whole stadium.
Yeah, of course.
Twice over if they all came over.
Of course, of course. Kristic just didn't make the run to the near post. Working tirelessly for his team is Kristic. It's a bit difficult when you're just the only one up top. Lotinach. Oh, good turn. Badly. So Rudin with the cross in, and Celia was waiting. Amri, Elstad, Azarudin, Nazrin. Just the one in the box for the cross to be aimed at. Gets half cleared. Elstad. This is the referee. And still JTT mounting the pressure. Amri with a delightful flick through, but again, maybe a lack of experience. PJ playing on this surface and understanding the true nature of the bounce and the way the ball's going to flow.
Well, that type of pass is always very difficult. It's very straight. The weighting of the passes you're referring to there, Andy, it has to be perfect. You see the ball just took off and rolled out of play. That would probably happen on a natural grass pitch as well, given the angle of the pass. But full credit to Balestier. They've just got their back four sitting right on the 18-yard box. The midfielders are just 5 yards off them. Johor playing with the ball. They've got plenty of time to play with the ball, but then the delivery into the box, first of all, hasn't been good enough, hasn't beat the first defender. And then in saying that, there's been on occasions only one player up top.
A chance, though, that's broken. Excellent defensive play by Nazarudin. And a defensive mistake allowed Fadil No to steal in. Just a ricochet there, and perhaps he should have done better.
Fadil should have done much, much better. Couldn't believe the ball fell to him. Actually had a good first touch getting it out of his feet. It was the second touch that allowed Nazarudin to slide in and take the ball away from him. That was an outstanding opportunity. Fadil really himself in a situation where he could have got a good shot on target.
Fabio has run tirelessly along this near touchline. He's got some rewards with a couple of corners. Balestier will be hoping that his work rate can continue for the remainder of this first half and into the second as temperatures get, a little bit hotter in this stadium. PJ, what with the rubber heating up and the stickiness and the humidity getting to the players. You played your last...
Making it sound like a little bit of an unpleasant environment.
Well, you played your last game here, didn't you? Your last ever game?
I did, but it was so long ago. It was natural grass back then. So no, the rubber beads weren't heating. It was still pretty warm though. But it'll be very pleasant now, to be honest. Obviously during the day when the sun's shining on it, it can get pretty warm underfoot.
Nazarene with the cross, Safi Sally! The ball not cleared. Safi Sally going for the spectacular. Goodness me, if that had come off, we would have seen something very special indeed.
We would have. I think we were all hoping it would have come off.
The game needs something. Can Yifeng provide it? Chris Ditch is a runner up front.
Safi Sally would have been a little bit annoyed with himself there. Came at a really nice height. Threw everything at it. Looked fantastic. Unfortunately, he missed the ball. Well, Marko Krojevic, he'd be very, very pleased with his team's first half performance as we enter the final 10 minutes of the first half. Been happy to relinquish some possession to maintain their overall discipline and shape in defence. They've looked to get forward very quickly. Hasn't led to too many goal-scoring opportunities, but they've been rewarded with a couple of corner kicks from that. And really just putting the emphasis back on Johor to come and break them down, and focusing on Johor going forward, really been too slow with the ball. There's been a lack of intensity to their play, too cumbersome when in possession.
Nazarene breaking forward, getting a little bit of luck as well, a little bit of skill. The referee doesn't award him the free kick.
It was a nice little piece of skill. So just bring it back here, trying to come inside, and as you can see, sniper in the grandstand. He's gone to ground with absolute zero touch at all. If anything, should be a yellow card. So I'm sure he wouldn't turn around to the referee if he wanted the free kick and say, no, ref, I actually just fell over.
Safi Sally linking up. Vandy.
It's this area, Andy, where they need to move the ball faster.
And they have done, and it almost broke through. Good defending by Yussi Skander. Lotinac. White Loon doing well. Safi Sally's in the middle, and he's won his side. The third corner of the game for JDT.
Well, that's better played from Johor, working those wider areas. There's more space out there. It's as simple as that. In the centre, Balestier have kept it very, very compact. Mahali in particular is working very hard to make those runs past his teammates to pick up the ball in behind the Balestier defence. Whilst it hasn't led to an opportunity, it has led to a corner kick.
It's a waste from AVerMedia. We had Elstad and Vadley in the middle to aim for.
That is a massive waste.
Now, if you want a party, it looks like Jalan Besar Stadium is the place to be, and try and get yourself into the away ground, because the JDT fans have been fantastic this evening. Got PJ doing a little jig in the commentary booth. It's not pretty, but I love your enthusiasm, PJ.
Yes, A+ for effort, enthusiasm. Fairly artistic. It is awesome. Crowd support. They don't stop all game. Absolutely brilliant.
So he's got Vandy in the middle to aim for. Goes far post and is easily cleared. There's been a lack of quality in the final third from both teams at the moment. Elstad. What an action. Like. You have to not take Harley.
You just see here, it's definitely a foul. A little bit soft, but it's definitely a foul. Kristich has done well on occasion just to use his body to effect. Hasn't seen an awful lot of the ball, but he's working hard to keep possession.
Well, you can sense his frustration as well, because he's quite prepared to battle up front, and every time the ball has gone his way, generally it's stuck, or at least he's made a real fist in the battle of it, but that ball hasn't been played well enough to him on a number of occasions. JDT very much still in the ascendancies, but they can only boast the one real chance so far in the 23rd minute. Amri hitting the bar with a header. And that's been by far and away the clearest chance that we've seen. Azarou's in. Well, if you are at home, just turn up the TV a little bit and have a listen to this JDT support. Safi Sally. AVerMedia. Nasrin in support. 3 players up for JTT. Mahali. Oh, and a chance for JTT. Excellent. And played back in. And a chance for Safi Saleh. How was he missed? Left footer. He swung. He missed. And JTT should be 1-0 to the good.
Well, that's the first occasion Johor have taken the ball to the byline. Working in that wide area, playing it in behind, looking at cutting it back, falling for Safi Saleh. You can just see he's just snatched at it, hasn't been able to get his leg over that. You would expect a player of his quality to at least hit the target. It's really taken Johor to the final minute of this half to actually manufacture a reasonable opportunity. Working it on the fringes of that defence, getting it in behind towards the byline and cutting it back. Something they need to make a lot more use of in the second half, because Balestier have been really quite impressive and stubborn in defence.
Referee having a word with Fandi after that foul on Serena's gone down. Just keeping an eye on him now. Looks okay. Left his foot up.
Didn't seem to be much in that at all. Very, very little.
Just 30 seconds then of the first half remaining in this minute of added on time. JDT with the vast majority of the possession and the better of the chances. Amri hitting the bar, Safi Saleh missing what should have been a goal from 3 yards out as he twisted and turned a volley onto his left foot. Certainly Marko Kraljevic will be the happier of the two bosses. One last chance for JTT to get forward. There isn't, and that's it at half-time. Your thoughts, PJ?
Thoughts overall, Johor, cumbersome performance. Been that impressed with them. They've been solid defensively, pretty much because they haven't been troubled by Balestier. But the emphasis is on them, the onus is on them to go out and look for that opportunity. I think they've moved the ball too slow. I think there's been a lack of intensity to the overall attacking play. I don't think they've used the width of the field enough. They need to get the ball into those wide areas and look at trying to shift and turn around. But it's been a really solid Balestier defence. And for Balestier, defensively, very, very disciplined. Their overall performance has been disciplined, but they really do lack an attacking threat. So expecting a few changes more so from Johor, how they approach this game in the second half.
It's a cagey causeway clash at the moment. Stick around, everyone. Second half is on the way.
In the second half of the season, every point counts. The real fight for the coveted trophy is well and truly on. As they set their eyes on the silverware, it's time for the action. To speak louder than words, Barclays Premier League, live on Fox Sports. Barclays Premier League is brought to you by MyG, Malaysia's e-government service provider. Revive Isotonic. Rehydrate with Revive Isotonic. Fortified with B vitamins. And Brickfields Asia College. The fastest and smartest way. Sensational goals. Sublime skills. Special comebacks. It's Liga BBVA. The Liga BBVA broadcast is brought to you by Lenovo, for those who do. And Fisherman's Friend, powerful refreshing, powerful soothing.
Girl, at 26, you're still not married? Don't worry. Auntie got a lot of girlfriends who have sons. I will help you to recommend. You must get married and have children. At least...
Make your escape into the high-octane world of Formula One. Live life in the fast lane. Rolex Australian Grand Prix, Sunday, live on Fox Sports and Fox Sports Play.
Come back! I haven't finished talking!
Everything I do about motor racing, I enjoy it. Anything, because it is my passion.
Nobody has ever seen the finish of a motor race like that. Die erste Kollision, ein Wagen ist...
Why is motor racing so dangerous?
I said to him, why don't you quit? He said, I can't quit. I have to go on.
There should be no reason to die in a car.
Control of the danger.
We are world champions! World champions!
Fox Sports Cinema, 1. Saturday at 1 p.m. on Fox Sports.
It's been 12 years since Thailand have won this competition. They lead at the moment after the first leg by 2-0, so it's all up for Malaysia, who won this a couple of years ago back in 2010 to get the job done. But it's a Malaysian side that has been put out by Dollar Saleh that sees one change, that in defence. Mohamed Fadli goes out. In comes Mohamed Afif from the team that lost 2-0 just 4 days ago. Dollar Saleh has done well to guide his team here. They've ridden their luck on occasion, Malaysia, to get through to this final. That much we do know, but that is a group and a team that is very much together, very much in the mould of Kiatasuk, or Zico as he is known, who makes a solitary change as well. Prackett comes into the starting lineup, and it's Monkol that goes out and will sit on the bench. Azamuddin looks for North Sharrell. Penalty awarded! Oh dear! The Thais do not agree with that, and this could be a real early blow for the Thais. The contact came, penalty awarded.
You can see the defender was trying to get in front of him.
Oh, that's...
I don't see too much there to be really...
Bad call. That is a joke. It is going to be Safik Rahim up against Cowan. Scores, no problem there, and the crowd go mad. Oh, a mistake! Adisak closing down. Faraz Shas, who was 50-50 today as he's struggling with flu, almost gifting a goal to Thailand.
Badri Razi just ambling
Hit
about.
a pack from range, just wide. Well, they allowed the left back far too much time and space, but that was not a million miles away. Kunanlan. Amri, the little back heel, it's nice. Safi Saleh just snatched at that one. Crockett on the left foot. Good save in the end. Farazal went down well and managed to get it at the second attempt. Janatip, Adisak, little 1-2. That's a lovely play. Teed up nicely here. Oh, and that's a lovely ball across. Crockett hammers it wide. That was brilliant. If you saw that anywhere else in the Premier League or any league throughout the world, that build-up play was sublime. Indra keeps it in, finds Safi Saleh, tees it up nicely. Shafiq Little bit of time and space, works his magic. Nur Cheryl on the turn! Deflected wide. Thailand had to close down quickly there. They were all over the place, and Malaysia should really have done better from that situation.
Much better.
Chanatip. Teed up nicely. Sarach finds Crockett in behind. Crockett had a chance there. Well, when the chances have fallen to Thailand, they've fallen to this man. Ball being allowed to bounce. Sutherland clears it. Kunanlan gets there. Nur Cheryl delivers quality. Indra's at the far post. Indra has scored out of absolutely nowhere. 1 second before the half-time whistle, Malaysia have evened up the tie. They have managed to turn it around. They were 2-0 down from the Rajamangala 4 days ago, and now at the Bukit Jalil Stadium, it's all square on aggregate and all to play for in the second half as Indra Putra gets his second of this tournament.
A bit more enterprise.
Chance here though, in behind is Crockett, creates a yard for himself, deflected just wide. Kunanlan with that last-ditch challenge. Crockett again, that's the third opportunity he's had shooting a goal. Looks as though it will be Shafiq. It is Shafiq, and it's in the bottom corner. Malaysia take the lead over 2 legs on aggregate, but more importantly, Malaysia could go through now and take the title. Shafiq Rahim gets his 6th goal of the tournament, an absolutely stunning free kick. Cowan couldn't get anywhere near it. Good play from Amriyaya. Carroll. Amriyaya cuts it back. A chance for Safi Saleh. He's somehow managed to hit Indra Putra. You've got to choose it really from the winning team. Nice ball pulled back. Adisak. A little bit of time and space for Adisak. Creates another yard for himself. Adisak deflected just wide. Shukor going mad at the defenders. Afif really struggling here. It looks like it's going to be Crockett, is it? Sarach is there as well. It is going to be Sarach! Good save from Farisal! Followed up by Chapuis! The goal stands! Zico goes mad, and the Thai contingent go mad.
Well, this is what we spoke about. Malaysia just letting themselves down here. Nur Cheryl giving away a free kick unnecessarily.
Nur Cheryl gets to the byline, has Sally in the box. Robert arriving. Amriyaya picks up the loose ball, helps it back in. Gary Robert! Deflected just wide. Cowan looked as though he had it covered, but Sutherland got his head in the way. Corner Malaysia. Adisak tees it up nicely for Chanatip. Chanatip! Stunner from the youngster. Messi J comes up big in the final and puts this game to bed. Surely there's no way back for Malaysia now. An absolute stunning strike from the 21-year-old. Game, set, match, Thailand. Surely they'll be crowned now. You say that, they scored 2 goals in 3 minutes against Singapore right at the end of the game. Safi Saleh tees it up. Nur Cheryl! Oh, he should have pulled the trigger. He pulls off a top draw save, pushes it wide. Referee Fagani Alireza has blown the whistle and called time on what has been a stunning game of football. 12 years it has taken them to regain the title. That is how long it has been since they've managed to put their hands back on this Suzuki Cup title. One thing we do know, it's Thailand that equals Singapore's record of 4-time champions of the AFF Suzuki Cup. Thailand win the trophy.
Does your heart rate increase when you hear the kick-off whistle? Do you get sweaty palms when you see a ball rolling? Does your blood pressure rise during penalty shootouts? You probably have the football fever. So get your daily dose of the best in football. From jaw-dropping skills of the Barclays Premier League to heart-stopping entertainment of La Liga. Tune in to Football Fever, Monday to Friday at 9 PM on Fox Sports.
Hello, saya Natalia dengan Fox Sports Update terkini. Bermula dengan Danny Welbeck membalas dendam penyingkirannya dari Manchester United dengan meledak jaringan kemenangan buat Arsenal yang melangkah ke separuh akhir Piala FA hasil kemenangan 2-1. Seterusnya, 3 penyokong telah didakwa selepas kemenangan FA Cup Aston Villa ke atas West Brom. Dakwaan termasuk penyerang seorang pegawai polis dan menggunakan kata-kata dan tingkah laku mengancam dengan niat. Sementara itu, Juventus memperoleh 3 mata dalam Serie A selepas kemenangan 1-0 ke atas Sassuolo. Satu tampar pada minit ke-82 oleh Paul Pogba cukup untuk pemimpin Liga mencapai 11 mata di depan tempat kedua Roma. Akhir sekali, Brian Cookson, Presiden Badan Berbasikal UCI telah menderahkan bahawa Lance Armstrong menerima layanan istimewa oleh pendulunya Han Verbruggen yang sejak itu telah dipanggil untuk berundur dari jawatannya. Lagi.
Guys, behave.
Excuse me. Hello.
To make a payment, simply scan the iPay Easy QR code to see your bill, then pay.
It's cool.
Pay with your phone. Duh.
It's a warm welcome back to the Jalan Besar Stadium in hot and humid Singapore for this Group F AFC Cup encounter between Balestier Khalsa in the orange and Johor Darul Taksim. It's been the away side from Malaysia who have had the best of the first half. Amri hitting the bar with the header in the 23rd minute. Safi Sally should have done better from 3 yards out. A spinning volley, left-footed volley that he blazed over the bar. Doesn't look to be any changes at half-time. PJ Roberts is in the commentary booth with me. What can we expect in this second half, PJ?
I'm expecting a little bit more attacking impetus from Johor. I think they would have had a look at this first half and thought that it's theirs for the taking in many ways. They do need to be careful of Balestier on the counter-attack because they have looked dangerous when they've broken forward. They've been very, very difficult to break down. But given the overall quality of Johor, I think the emphasis really is on them, particularly when they're in possession. They've had more possession. I think they haven't done enough with that. And I think it would have been pretty clear for Bayan Hordek at half-time to clearly emphasise to his team that they do need to open up this Balestier defence by moving the ball fast, using the full width of the field and looking at turning this Balestier defence around, because they've done that on a couple of occasions and they looked very dangerous when they did.
It's got Safi Sally in the middle. Oh, that's almost sloppy from Yusuf Kanda. There's a decent run on that left-hand side. Nasi Hassan looks in the middle for a stitch. Couldn't pick it up. Bahali on this near right-hand side. He's got Safi Sally to aim for. Can he get past this man? He can. And a goal kick for Balestier Khalsa. who are in this competition for the first time. I was talking to Marco yesterday. PJ was just saying, you know, the level of detail in this AFC Cup is something special, right down to the logos on the kit bags having to be the right size. As we see, half a chance for Balestier Khalsa, but they're learning and experience is what JTT have got in this competition. The AFC Champions League a step too far for them, but certainly one of the favourites for this competition, certainly from this part of the world anyway, along with Persipura, you'd say.
Very much so, Andy. I think anything less than a semi-final appearance would be disappointing for Johor. It's the furthest the Malaysian team has gone. We know that Bayan Hodik has mentioned very clearly that you've got to take it step by step. The first step is to get out of the group stage. When you look at the finals, obviously, a game at a time. If we look at the money that Johor do have to spend, we look at the quality of their squad, we will expect them to go very far in this tournament.
Ignacio Sam. Kristic battling. Bahali. Dotsu. Run on this right-hand side by Dotsu. Good defending by Wei Loon.
Frustrating for all involved there. Amriyaya, reasonable first touch, just trying to get the ball out of his feet. Heads to the byline and cross the ball in. This game has lacked a little bit of quality in that final third. It's been a really tight game, very cagey game. Obviously a result for Balestier is so much more important given that disappointing 3-0 loss they had in their first group game against Kitchi. But it has been a nice cagey affair. The lack of quality that we're talking about in that final third really has been, I guess, a credit to both teams in their defensive makeup as well. Making it difficult for each other to play. We'll expect it to open up as this second half does evolve.
Ignacio Sang. Jonathan Su. He's got a decision to make in terms of, does he just have a word with Jonathan Chu, or
that's a good tackle. Doesn't need to say anything to him. Jonathan with a heavy touch, the ball's just escaped him. And he's gone to ground, he's got to the ball first. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Kristic making a nuisance of himself. Bahali to Safi Sali. Amir's in the middle. Safi Sali's gone down, right on the edge of the box.
That's a good call from the referee.
Half claiming a penalty kick, wasn't he?
A good call from the referee. It's definitely outside the box. Good trickery from Safi Sali. Just swivels on the ball so quickly. No issues with it being a free kick. It's a blatant kick, ultimately, in what is a very, very dangerous area. Moralo giving away a free kick from that position. Well, that's frustrating again. Free kick in a very dangerous area. Looking at playing it short, it's a poor pass and opportunity has been missed.
Wailu's looking for Kristic. Kristic giving it away just when he had support. Wenger got all the way up there. And good covering work from Nolinac. Well, it's nothing but competitive, this match. Certainly, we're seeing midfield battles and the game starting to open up, or it would have done. Abdulrahman Abraham got in the way.
Never seen a good touch from a referee.
Oh, what a fantastic run this is by Safi Saleh. He's asking the question of the referee, who looks to have given it. Serena went in. He was late. Safi Saleh went down, and it smiles all round. And the referee says play on.
My initial thought is that it is a penalty. Serena comes charging in. There is contact, and there's no contact with the ball. Safi Saleh, we just see here, just gets the ball out of his feet. Serena does make contact. A bit difficult to see with the goalpost in the way there, but I'd have to agree with the referee. I really did feel as though that, well, it looked as though it was going to be a penalty. It seemed as though he did award a penalty.
Well, the reactions of the players suggested it was so. I think Serena with a wry smile in the end, suggesting that Safi Saleh had gone down far too easily.
I think Serena can be a little bit thankful there. The replay did definitely look as though there was enough contact made for it to be awarded a penalty.
Well, Balestier Khalsa starting to press higher and higher up the pitch, and it's forcing JDT into a few mistakes of late. 10 minutes into the second half, and still goalless here at the Jalan Besar Stadium, and the party is still rocking.
Well, it's definitely more lively in this second half. The game has opened up. There's a greater intensity to this second half. The caginess that we experienced has disappeared.
Kristic is free in the middle. He's aimed for, he's not found Ignatius and could pick it up. Dordsu just mopping up. Mahali. Azuruzin. Nazrin. Elstad. There's a decent opportunity for a cross. Safi Saleh's waiting. It's hard enough to pick out Safi Saleh, given his height anyway, but not when you stick it to the far stick just like that. Poor from JDT, and this man certainly won't be happy with the way that they've been pressing forward.
Well, that's frustrating again. Nazrin had plenty of time just to pick his mark in the box. They worked their way into that opportunity quite well, just shifting the plate, played it into Nazrin, who was sitting on that left-hand side.
played in excellently by Lorinach.
That's excellent play from Balestier. A couple of occasions in the last 5 minutes they've been able to get across from that right-hand side.
Mohali, he's looking dangerous. Blocked attempt. Excellent work by Jussi Skander. The ball only half clear. Mohali.
Well, this can be dangerous for Johor. Balestier on the counter-attack. That's definitely a cheeky foul. Such a bad foul by Fudley. Realised they were going to be under pressure. See, Fudley's just committed himself. He knows exactly what he's doing. Very fortunate to have escaped the yellow cards. We look at earlier opportunity for Balestier, getting the ball into that wide area. It's a good delivery into the box as well. Unfortunately, only one Balestier player, Ignatius, looking to attack it.
Wayloon. Lorinach. Mahali's got Safi Sally in the middle, and that's others are supporting. Excellent defensive play by Ignatius Am. JDT's fourth corner of the game. Change on the way for JDT. Not before this corner kick. How's that? Well, how has that not gone in? There's a real battle every single time there's a set piece or a corner kick. Alston making a real nuisance of himself. Serena involved.
Ultimately, it's good goalkeeping. Seifel just managing to get his fist to that.
Harris Haroon ready to come on. And here he does, and he comes on for Fandy. Some ironic cheers from the crowd, PJ.
Harris definitely a fan favourite for Johor, Daryl Taxon, and the Singapore national team as well.
Corner number 5, and they'll be aiming for Elstad again. As they do, what a save by Seifel Nizam, who was fouled in the process.
Well, that's quality delivery. You see the importance of delivery from a set piece. 2 corner kicks, 2 excellent deliveries, putting Balestier under enormous pressure. Not quite sure where the referee saw there actually being a foul on Seifel. It's a very soft foul if there was one at all.
Just under half an hour remaining in this game, and a big hello to wherever you're watching around Asia for this AFC Cup. A real treat for Asian football fans, what with the AFC Champions League. A real double treat on Fox Sports. Chance moving forward. Ooh. Harris had made an excellent run. penalised.
Very nice first touch, gets it out of his feet. Great time for Harris to be able to come on. 30 minutes remaining in this game. Not only does he have that ability to control the tempo of the game and the momentum by which Johor can build their attack, he's also an excellent leader. See how disciplined Balestier are in defence as the ball just moves across from that left-hand side to the right-hand side. So do the Balestier defenders, to the point where they're just able to intercept the pass, not needing to actually make a challenge, just intercepting the pass.
Former international Sassi Kuma's just tweeted in saying it's been an impressive defensive display by Balestier Khalsa so far, and he can see them even nicking something on the counter-attack, because the way this game is going, PJ, you could quite easily see that happening.
I'd have to agree with Sassi there for sure. Balestier have been absolutely outstanding in defence, have given very, very little away. And when they have broken forward, and they've broken forward at pace on the counter-attack, they've looked dangerous. It has opened up this second half. It's really providing both teams with an opportunity. We just need a special bit of quality.
Wayloon with the free kick, lacking quality. It's just wasteful sometimes, but Kristic gets it down for Serena. And again, it's a Balestier Khalsa side who are looking fairly clueless as soon as they get into that final third. What can Yufeng do? He's got players running, including Kristic. Ignacia Sang in the middle. Chance for the cross, Savi Sally to the near post. It's gone far post for Harley. Well marshalled by Wayloon. Sixth corner of the game for JDT.
Wayloon didn't have much choice. Harley coming in from behind him. It's always difficult with the ball coming over. Your back's towards the defender.
Well, Nasrin's got the quality with his corner kicks. Almost. Safi Sally goes into the far post, but it was a free kick against Aiful Nizam.
I've got absolutely, again, no idea why a free kick is awarded. It's a good delivery into that back post. The goalkeeper, he goes up for it, Zeifel. Absolutely bamboozles me.
It's not often you're bamboozled, players. Well, not often you're speechless.
I think I'm, no, that's not. It's the last one. But I appreciate that goalkeepers are protected, but that was absolutely ridiculous.
Ignacio Sam making a nuisance of himself. Yufeng, Wayloon, Kristic. Ball's pulled back to the far stick, And it was an excellent chance for Fariano.
Fadel definitely has to do much better with that. Kursic cut it back absolutely perfectly. Lovely pace on the ball. It was a nice flat roll. Fadel just needed to guide that on target. He snapped at it, he's been leaning back, it was way over the goal.
That's got to be a bit careful. Second substitution then made by Hodak. Sally is the man to make way.
Great option to be able to bring Safik off the bench. 20 minutes to go in this game. He can certainly have a big say in the outcome.
Here is Safik. It's a decent ball forward for Safi Sally.
Maybe the wrong option there for me. I think Mahali was in a better position, closer towards his right-hand touchline. It was obviously a riskier pass, the pass that he just played. I think Mahali, plenty of space in front of him, been a better option.
CSA, he's got support. And skills. Martinach. More Hartley. Hartley again, and he frees up his man. Coming on.
That's a poor decision by the linesman. Chris Harun, it's a good run, he was onside, no issues with that.
But that's twice now that Harris has got into that position, down that right-hand channel, and something that Balestier need to be very wary of.
Shift in for this game, good energy, intensities to his play.
Kristic. Seems to be the flavour of the night, Kristic. He gets himself into a half-decent position, but he really can't deliver that final ball. Mahali. Safik ahead of him. Safik Sally tries to slip one through. Serena read it. It's a decent opportunity on the left peg, a spin and a turn. And the final shot dragged wide.
Certainly should have done an awful lot better than that. O'Shea, you see, it was good build-up play. Lovely little layoff there. Yaya. Safik being able to take the ball at great pace. Good dribbling ability, does really well just to use his body and keep possession.
Mahali, a decent run down the right channel. Harris. "15 minutes remaining and the JDT train is starting to rev up its engine." Yazarudin. Harris. Mahali. It's a decent slip ball through. And you wonder how much Stefan Nizem had to save that, because it looked to be going wide. Still support in the middle. Harris aimed for, not found. Galstadt, well cleared by Yufeng. Zulkifli. As it now can continue, but it's not good link-up play with Kristic, and allows the referee to not play advantage or any advantage and give a free kick to Balestier Khalsa, who are set to make yet another change.
Well, this is good build-up play once again. Safik having a contribution. He's only been on for a few minutes and he's already had a couple of decent opportunities. Not really able to get a reasonable strike off, but it's his movements and his pace. His ability to take the ball at pace also.
Ang, the man to come off. Ahmad, the man to come on. Harris with the flick on. Amri. Galstadt.
this second half is absolutely raced by. Full credit to both. Embracing a more proactive approach, particularly in attack. Neither side really being able to capitalise at the moment, but it's definitely been an awful lot more open in this second half.
Kristic with the flick ball. Zulkifli. Harris. Oh, it's given away by Safi Sully. Lotinach looks for Kristic.
Wasn't an awful lot Kristic could have done with that. Just trying to play it in towards his feet. He's put under plenty of pressure on the ball.
Mohali has a break, has a chance to speed down the right-hand side. He looked for Safi Sully. So 10 minutes to go. Can either side join the party in the stands? Because they've been making most of the noise and providing most of the entertainment in this second half. Those sides cancelling each other out. Can there be one final twist in this tale? JTT very much on top, very susceptible to the counter-attack. Mohali on the right-hand side, as Harris in the middle, looks for Harris! Serena in the right place at the right time.
Mohali again looking dangerous on this right-hand side, taking the ball to the byline with pace, cutting it back.
And the man set to come on. Safik finds Elstad. And again, a wasted ball forward. Great work by Yifeng, who has runners up ahead of him. Decides to go short to Kristic. Zulkifli. Great defensive work by Dordsu. Excellent skill by Mohali. Ten minutes and tired legs now at the Jalan Besar Stadium on this artificial Grade 2 surface. So it's Kananen who's coming on.
That's another great option by Hoyduk to be able to bring on Kananen. Excellent athlete. Provide plenty of energy in his final 10 minutes.
Certainly has the pace, doesn't he? But here comes Yifeng! And one for the showreel, I would have imagined, from Izam, who's been relatively untested in this second half.
Distance. Not a bad effort. Certainly acrobatic save by disarming goals.
You saying goals or in goal? Pluralise the goal?
Well, there are two on the field.
True.
But only one at that end.
Another substitution for the home side. It's Noah Kidd who comes on.
Well, it has been a very, very intriguing encounter. The first half was very, very tight. Balestier setting themselves up in a fairly defensive fashion, looking at Johor on the counter-attack. But Johor just really didn't make enough for the possession they had. But the second half, both teams have really gone out to create more opportunities.
Well, there's the speed of Kanal, who whips it in. We mentioned how they would give JDT another aspect to their game moving forward. And he certainly provided that as the paceman. Corner number 7. There's the man they'll be aiming for. It swung out this time. Oh, a header that whisks itself just past the post from Amir.
Amir has to bury that. Absolutely. He's attacking the ball. He's not under any pressure. Amir Lotnak basically lost him as a runner. He met the ball absolutely perfectly, just missed the target. That was the opportunity right there.
Decent run by Mahal, who's been so threatening on this near side, and again beats his man. Safi Sally in support in the middle. And again, Serena marshalling his back line extremely well, as he has done for 85 minutes. 5 left on the clock plus added time. Oh, what a tackle by Amir.
It was an excellent tackle. Just slaughtered him for missing a clear header, but I will give him that one. That was a very well-timed tackle.
Safek to Safi Sally. He's dropping a bit deeper. Finds Rudin. Ball into the box, and it's dangerous! Safi Sally knocks it into the far post! But offside is the call, and we thought he had put JTT in the lead. He hadn't.
Well, it was a superb delivery from that left-hand side. Just have a closer look here. Marginally offside. Full credit to the linesman. Rioya just drifting offside, half a yard.
What's Safi Sally doing missing that chance in the first place?
That's exactly right. Exactly right. From that angle, you've got to suggest that Safi Sally's actually aiming to hit that in the back of the net. He's certainly not looking to pick out his teammate from there. So Safi Sally had got a better purchase on that and hit the target. Gone directly into the back of the net. The goal would have stood. There's still plenty of time left for another opportunity. Balestier at the moment are holding on for dear life. They're under enormous pressure at the moment. Johor looking at getting the ball forward, getting the ball into the box as quickly as possible.
Nalan losing that pace again. Is he brought down by Nurala? No, says the referee.
Nalan's not the type of player to go down in a fashion like that. He's got a good touch on the ball. It seemed as though there was just a trailing leg. It didn't seem as though there was too much in it.
Wayloon has Nora Kidd to aim for in the middle. He doesn't make the challenge. It's decent from Amory. Ball cleared by Jonathan Su. Only half done so though. Safi Sally's in the middle. In fact, they're queuing up. Kunalan! It was Harris in the end. I got a bit excited, please.
Oh, he was in a good position. Good first touch. Got it out of his feet. You would expect him to do much, much better from that angle. Just leaning back, getting under the ball. Very disappointed with himself there. Really should have hit the target.
Next up for this man is an away trip to Hong Kong. It's never a bad thing in itself, but he takes on a kitschy side. Balestier here against Kingfisher East Bengal. That's on the 17th of March. Match day 3 in this AFC Cup. A good battle between Mahali and Wayleen on this near side. 4 minutes of injury time at the end of this encounter. Not sure where that's come from.
That's really flowed this game, actually, particularly the second half. Johor creating plenty of opportunities in the final 10-15 minutes. Balestier really need to maintain their discipline, which they have throughout the whole of this game. Very compact in defence. They'll use this free kick just to slow the play down, shift the play further forward. The way that this game has evolved, you'd have to suggest that a point for Balestier is really quite an impressive outcome. See Balestier just retreating. They're defending quite high up the pitch now, but all dropping back into their own half.
Hardly wasting the speed there of Kanan, who darted off down this near touch. Elstad. Kristic making a nuisance of himself. Elstad. Harris. And goes looking for it again. Excellent defending. Is there one last chance for JDT to get 3 points on the board to take them on top of the group?
We've got to look to basically get the ball into the box as quickly as possible, work it into those wide areas.
Is this the chance for Balestier Khalsa to break forward? Zulkifli. That's excellent from The two substitutes having a real battle, a real ding-dong, and Wei-Loon late.
That's a terrible challenge.
He's got away with
launching himself into that. Have a look at how late this is.
Oh my goodness, at the far post! Azharuddin stole in, and he set the party alight in the JDT away end. Out of nothing. The free kick coming in. And at the far post, the fullback diving in.
Well, Azharuddin, as we'll just see, just in at that back post area. Ends up being a tight little finish, stepping up from his defensive position. Not sure if he was actually looking to have a reasonable strike on goal. Looked as though he's just looking at playing it across the face of goal. Got a slight deflection, made it difficult for the goalkeeper's Eiffel to collect. But nevertheless, right at the death, Johor Darryl Taxon were knocking on the door time and time again. And unfortunately for Balestier, very admirable defensive effort. Unfortunately, he's let them down right at the death.
Well, Crestes joining in his side. A last gasp chance as Harris picks up a yellow card. Well, disaster for Balestier Khalsa, who had defended so stoutly throughout the 90 minutes. They just seemed to fall asleep at that far post, allowed the overlap from Azharuddin. From too far out, and that signals the end of Balestier's Khalsa attempt to get something out of this game. It's high fives from Hodak and go, and in the end, on the balance of play, despite Balestier's really good defensive display, JDT creating the better of the two chances between the two sides, and worthy winners for you, PJ.
Particularly in the second half, definitely showed more quality and a great desire to venture forward and get that winning goal. Full credit to Balestier. I thought they accounted for themselves very well in this game. They were very difficult to break down. Disciplined in defence, very, very compact. They just really lacked that cutting edge when they ventured forward. But you really do feel for them, having hung on for so long in this game, particularly in the dying stages where they were really on the back foot. Johor had plenty of possession opportunities. But overall, you'd have to suggest that a 1-0 win for Johor is a fair result.
We really enjoyed your company tonight, everyone. Don't forget more AFC Cup action on the way tomorrow.
Thai people see the world differently. When we are shy, we smile. When we are bored, we kick.